Hello everyone, I'm Zach Dresch.
I'm Ryan Howe.
And you're listening and watching to The Dresch Code. Where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Just kidding. That's whose line? Episode 16 of our glorious podcast. Very excited about that. We've hit the last month of the year. It's been a fun year, the start of this year. And it's now cold out. Well, it was probably the last time.
We can get a regular operator's license here in South Dakota.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Plow is around. I'm just saying weird things. Anyways, our guests tonight are Tenenbaums. Thank you guys for being here. Brandon Phrommany, Mike Helland, Drew Helland. Thank you guys for being here this evening.
Thanks.
Great times.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And the rules of this show, not really rules, they're just basic kind of whatever, how the show rocks and rolls, is, I don't know why I'm saying this.
Because we do it every show.
Yeah, I have to say it awkwardly. I have a bucket or a jar full of topics.
A jucket.
It's a jar.
A jucket.
It's a jar.
Not a derogatory term, a jucket.
Beautiful jar.
Full of topics about music, everyday things, some movie stuff too for fun. It's kind of random stuff. And Ryan or I pull out a topic and we decide, does this pass or fail the Dresch code? Which means pass, yes, we want to talk about it, or fail, no. And if we all majority say no, we don't want to talk about it, we'll put it to the side and I'll save it for a future episode.
Okay.
So I've got like 200 at home just sitting there because I'm like, these are all about comedy and theater, and these will not. But these are all kind of music, film related, fun stuff. So
Sure.
So Ryan, would you like to get us started?
I would love to. That would be great.
All right.
Can we do the
Drum roll?
Yeah.
When is the last time you accidentally peed your pants while performing on stage?
What does that mean? Jesus.
When is the last time you accidentally peed your pants while performing on stage?
Oh, I thought you said Peter Pan.
When is the last time you peed your pants?
Yeah.
When did you last kidnap small children from London in the middle of the night?
When was the last time you were immortal?
Human fact.
I don't think I've ever done that. Well,
Oh, we have to vote.
So
for it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'll skip that
Okay.
one.
You're the one that voted yes initially.
I was gonna be like, huh?
Okay, well. Failure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Lee, accidentally being the key word there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And then we have people comment while watching on the side as well.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
kind of
It's
fun.
exciting.
Hello, Robbie.
Interactive.
Hello, Lee Burns.
Our consistent listeners each week. Thank
Yep.
you guys for.
We salute you.
Next one. This one would be fun. Name the members of your ideal supergroup.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
I'll talk about that one.
Yes.
I kind of like trios better, so I'm trying to think of like obviously trios. I'm trying to think of what I do. Billy Joe Armstrong.
Billy Ray Cyrus and Billy Joel.
Yeah, all three Billies. The three Billies. That's their band.
Billy Goat's Gruff. Make it happen.
shit, I don't know.
You can
Wait,
swear. You're
we
good.
can swear?
You're good.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
You're good.
Fucking swear away.
Fucking
A.
Well, Freddie Mercury
Oh.
Yeah.
and I don't know, man.
Do you need anything else?
You know, Freddie Mercury and Kanye West, maybe. I don't know. No, not Kanye West.
Freddie
I
Mercury.
would want to hear that collab, though.
No.
Or
It wouldn't be bad.
Childish Gambino and Travis Scott. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I went for a traditional band setting, I'd probably do Freddie Mercury as a frontman, obviously. Guitar, Steve Vai. He's just a beast.
Yeah.
Bass, probably John Paul Jones from Zeppelin. He just keeps it all together so well.
Can play the keyboard.
Yeah, and Neil Peart drumming. That's like the ideal. Or is it Peart? I've heard he said it's Peart, but I don't know. But
I'd do Paul McCartney, Keith Richards. Just those two. Yeah.
I think mine would be, instead of like a all-time thing, but like living people, probably Devontae Hines from Blood Orange.
okay,
Him, I just want to see him and Sam France do a collaboration.
that'd be cool.
Just because I think that'd be they do interesting work. So
I would also say Bjork a cappella, and that's it. Just want to see it happen.
Yeah.
Just, no other band. Just like
yeah.
Or maybe Adam Sandler playing keyboards.
I took a drink at the wrong time.
I think Adam Sandler and Billy Idol would be a good collab.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then each time Sandler's like, should I play this song? Billy's just like, oh, dude, you gotta do it. It's a wedding singer reference to our listeners out there. Just...
He's got it.
This guy gets it.
Yeah.
What's your band?
I'll go with The Living again. I think it'd be cool if Kanye and Daft Punk did an album together.
That'd be cool.
That would be really good.
I know they worked on Black Skinhead. I think Tomas produced that.
And I know I think the song On Sight definitely sounds like, I don't know if they collaborated with that, because he did that album in France, didn't he, for a little bit? Jesus, he kind of ran around. And,
I think so, yeah. I think that'd be sweet.
I'd be down with that.
Good.
And then Pharrell keeping it together.
Sure. You could have some sweet features.
Yeah. I remember the year Happy came out. Like that was
I love that song.
That was loved, and now all of a sudden critics are like, "Yeah, I don't like it anymore." I'm like, overplay should not be a factor. Like,
I can't believe
It's
that
still
there
a
are
good
people.
song.
That
But, okay,
there's a
dislike
reason it's a
that song.
banger.
Not.
It was on the Minions soundtrack, wasn't it?
Yeah, or just
Wasn't
one of
it
the
made for
Despicable
that
Me
movie?
sequels, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, the first Despicable Me movie, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fatigue is a real thing.
Yeah.
I really now. I don't mind hearing the song, but when it was the only thing I heard for weeks on end, it got a little tiresome.
Sure.
That's for sure.
From like 2015 to 2017, people hated it, and I think they're starting to come back around a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when I DJ'd weddings for a while. When I played Happy, everyone's like, "Fuck you!" Like,
Wow, it's just this song is doing the exact opposite.
I'm not saying I spent a good 4 minutes of my day doing this, but there is a version of Happy out there where beats 2 and 4 are flipped. It's
okay.
it's
in the
an
measure?
interesting- It's a yeah.
Oh,
in
okay.
the song, it's a listen. Once.
Yeah.
I will not clap along. No, thank you, sir.
You really can't.
No, it's not possible. Did we all touch on who we want as our
Yeah.
ideal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert, do you have any?
No.
Okay.
I don't listen to music.
I'm not a music person.
I don't like key signatures.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. Except for 6/8.
Most disappointing headlining act you've ever seen.
I'll talk about that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
For me, Primus recently.
I was about to say Primus.
Yeah.
Crown Lands came out and blew the doors off the place and got a lukewarm reaction, and then Primus went out and everyone lost it. I'm like, did you not
Yeah.
hear how brilliant these guys were?
Yeah, and Primus is known for being a dope live act, and what they did was played a couple of popular songs at the beginning, and then played their new album, which is not that greatly received, front to back in the middle, and then did a medley of hits, but not even the full thing, and then called it a night, and everyone was so pissed.
It was a weird feeling.
So I heard that the singer, one of his I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe
Yeah.
you guys might know because I'm not a big Primus fan. But I heard one of his best friends passed away the night before.
Oh,
Is that true?
if that's true, that makes sense why
I
they were.
have no clue.
Because one of my acquaintances was telling me that.
If that's true, then that makes sense why they were not really. He wasn't even talking to the crowd; they were just playing the songs.
No,
Interesting.
he mentioned the only thing he said at the beginning was first time in Sioux Falls, and then they just went into it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
didn't do any banter. Just he waved at the end, and that was it.
That would make a lot of sense, and yeah, my heart goes out to him if that was the case.
Yeah, but the opening band, Crown Lands, was amazing.
Awesome.
Nice.
Two guys. Drummer is the singer.
Oh, that's always cool.
That's fun,
Yeah, and they dressed like 70s Rush, and they walked on stage to Rush, and played a Rush song.
Nice.
They took off their masks. It's like, surprise, we're Rush.
Yeah. And covered Zeppelin. And when they announced they were covering Kashmir, Ryan saw me. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
We
What?"
both
We were
lost
both
it.
like,
yeah.
yeah. And they blew me away. And then next month after that, they ended up opening for Jack White. They just last minute got booked
Wow.
to
Sweet.
so they're starting to pick up steam now.
Good.
When was this?
2 months ago
Oh, that's
at the
cool.
District. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one of those bands. It's cool to see them before they
Yeah.
blow the hell up.
I remember seeing Oceana. They're under a new name called Polienzo. I saw Oceana at Senior Wiener. I don't know if you guys went to shows at Senior Wiener back in the day.
I forgot they had shows there.
Yeah. With, they had the bathrooms that was like Wiener and no Wiener. Yeah, it's great.
I remember that.
It's a great place. But they were at a point where they like changed their sound completely, and like I was like in my emo phase, I wanted to hear some screamo music, and like I thought they were gonna like play songs from their album The Family Disease, which was a great post-hardcore album, but they just came out with a new EP that was just more like Modest Mouse type music, and they played nothing from The Family Disease, and they played all their like newer stuff, and I was like, what the fuck, this is not the same band.
Yeah.
And I asked them, hey, are you guys gonna play anything off of The Family Disease? And they're like, no.
Great story.
That's pretty much what they said. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Actually, wait, no, the album's not called The Family Disease. What's it called? It's called something else. Wow, I should know that. I haven't listened to them in forever, but
that's
still.
probably why they said no.
Yeah.
Why they play that?
Yeah, they didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, but they had a song called The Family Disease. No, I at the time I knew the name of the album. I knew the name of I just don't know it right now. But
you guys play anything off it? No, we took it off iTunes for a reason.
But but after that show though, I gave that EP a listen, and I actually fell in love with it. So I'm actually glad that they went with that sound. So, but at the time I was pretty disappointed though.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a time period there where I was like, whenever artists would drastically change their sound, I would get so pissed off. I was just like, why do you do this to me? And now I'm like, I appreciate it. They just want to evolve as people and as musicians. I get it now. But back then I was just like, damn it.
I like how personalized you make it. Why do you do this to me?
Yeah. Why, Fall Out Boy?
Oh, jeez.
Daughtry. What?
Daughtry. I've had like 4 episodes where I've really ripped into Fall Out Boy.
It's like me with Guns N' Roses.
But you would.
Dude,
No,
Guns N' Roses.
we talked about this. We're not going down another Guns N' Roses road.
What does Daughtry sound like now?
How did I describe it to you? Because it was.
I'll pull it up.
No,
He
I've
was
got it
big
right
in
here.
high school.
I love them. I love their first and second albums. I loved, but it's just it. How do I describe it? I legitimately said they went from a legitimate rock band to an Imagine Dragons knockoff.
Oh.
Ooh.
So are a lot of bands right now, and even Imagine Dragons aren't even original. So it's like, I don't know. It's sad when the most relevant rock band we have right now is Imagine Dragons.
Imagine
as far as
Dragons
mainstream
sounds like
culture goes.
Shinedown doing a Coldplay impersonation.
I love Coldplay.
And doing it.
I actually do like Coldplay.
Everyone people shit on Coldplay. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it sucks. I'm a big Coldplay fan.
Dude, Coldplay's awesome.
I'm not saying anything against Coldplay. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it
I
sounds
know,
like
but
they're
lots-
trying to
the
miss some
internet
things.
per se
Yeah.
is like extremely like Coldplay. Yeah.
It's like
It's
they
like
treat
that
them
was
like
the best live
Nickelback.
show I ever went to.
Right, or Creed, or yeah.
Creed.
So the most disappointing show.
Yeah.
No, I went to Eau Claire's music festival.
Oh, in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yep. And Feist was one of the
nice.
headliners. And I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna hear the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
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 I was like, I'm gonna be dancing and stuff. And they get on stage and they said, guess what? We have a surprise. We're playing our new album front to back.
Oh.
And then the crowd, and I was like, yeah. So
Damn.
they're like, I said we're playing our new album front to back. And so Danny Brown was playing on the other stage like an hour later. So my buddy and I, we were just like, let's just get like right up front for that. So we just left, and I was looking forward to that set. So that was one where I just completely didn't even watch any of it, but, so kind of a bummer, but you know.
Yeah. I kind of like it when a band just walks up and Guns A-Blazing opens with the hit. Just like,
Yeah.
it's like Radiohead's open with Creep. I'm like, oh, balls.
Yeah.
Like, and then like, here's everything else. Like,
They probably just want to get it out of the way.
That's what I'm
But
thinking, yeah.
like, we'll just get it out of the way.
I saw this, I showed you guys this video, but I saw Billy Corgan. He was talking to fans after the show, and like someone was like, hey, why didn't you play 1979? He's like, because people like you ask for it.
That's a good line.
funny is, when I saw Smashing Pumpkins,
Did they play that song, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
cool.
played everything.
They played a lot.
Were you guys at the show?
I read the
No,
review.
I,
where it's-
They
it's
played for
pushing-
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just them and the opener, so that was about a 4.5, 5-hour show.
That's, holy cow.
And Metric
Jeez.
opened, and Metric was great.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Metric was in
I
Metric,
didn't know
yeah.
they were
They-
open.
I
Yeah.
know
They did a
like-
song for Scott Pilgrim, right?
Yeah, and they
that
didn't
song's
play that.
Black
I was
Sheep.
bummed.
Oh, really?
They played "Help I'm Alive," which is such a
Yeah.
good song.
Oh,
I
I'll have to
remember.
check that one out.
Did they
Yeah.
do Gold Guns Girls? Or
Yeah, they
whatever?
played that one, and they
Oh,
played
okay.
a lot of new stuff, which was really good. The new album, I've heard some of the tracks. I'm like, yeah, this is good.
Cool.
But yeah, Billy Corgan knows how to pick openers. Like, yeah, even though he's just kind of like bitter about like everything else, but like. But they played everything I wanted to hear except for a couple, but that would be me being greedy. Like, why didn't you play this B-side from 95, you fucker? Like,
They played 3 hours.
yeah, they played like my top 5 in the set list, so I'm like, I'm totally content. They played all the hits that everyone wanted to hear. They closed the bolt with Butterfly Wings, and everyone, and then as soon as that was done, everyone just bolted out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, they still have an encore. And they came back out and did an encore.
Oh, really?
Wow.
But that was only 2 songs, so it was quick and just to the point.
3.5 hours? Jeez.
Yeah. And the light show was the best light show I've ever seen in my life.
cool.
Like, yeah, it was basically like this whole art. There was 2 separate entities, just the art going on and then the band playing.
Yeah.
So they wanted it to be like the whole stadium could feel like they were a part of it instead of like, oh, they're that far away, which was kind of me. I was farther on the floor than I wanted to be. But towards the end, I started like going up to the front, and the security's like, "Fine, would do what you want." I'm like, I could have been doing this earlier in the show, but it was still well worth the tickets. So
Nice.
it's good. Have you mentioned yours? I can't remember.
No, I'm trying to think. I had a lot of fun. I probably had more fun going to this concert than experiencing it. I was actually with you, Brandon, when we went to Omaha to see Phantogram.
Oh, yeah?
I like Phantogram. It's just something didn't click. I think it might have been the venue. It was in like an old church.
We did that at the very last minute,
Yeah,
too.
you were going like 100 down I-90.
Yeah. I was like doing my Spanish homework. And I was like,
Oh shoot!
And
No church was that the Pella? Because that's like an old
Maybe.
church venue.
no, it was
down in
the
Omaha.
Sokol.
Sokol Underground.
Yeah, exactly. Yep,
Oh, cool.
that was it.
Okay.
I saw a Manchester Orchestra there.
Oh, cool.
That was cool.
I've seen a lot of bands in Omaha. It's a... Yeah.
I was supposed to go see Smoking Popes 2 nights ago, but weather killed that dream.
Fuck that.
And I might be seeing Justin Timberlake next week, but he has bruised vocal cords, so he might postpone the show.
Oh, no.
Shoot.
So it's like, JT pulled together.
You can just carry on with the show and just,
Have his back
go on
up.
stage and just talk. Like, people, it's Justin Timberlake.
He's an
you know?
actor. He
Yeah, you can just act.
Act
Yeah.
like his
Yeah.
voice isn't
You
burnt.
can lip sync.
Or do it.
People do that anyway.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like...
There was one great skit on SNL when Justin Timberlake was hosting or something. It was Andy Samberg and Justin Timberlake sitting across from each other in acting chairs, director chairs.
Oh, okay.
It was called Actor to Actor. And he just goes, Justin. Justin goes, Andy. Actor. Yes. It was a long pause and he goes, when are you going to make new music? That's the whole skit.
That's good.
So, what about you, Robert? Have you any concerts that you went to that you were...
I've never been to one that disappointed me other than I've told the story before about the Semisonic concert where all the drunk, angry redneck people in Huron were like throwing their beer bottles and stuff, and we're like, "Play closing time!" Like, and then when they finally did, just the whole place went nuts. It was so the end was good with the whole like finally playing closing time, but I feel bad for him because up until then it was just like drunk, angry, corn dog and a beer, and just like play closing time.
I did see the Wallflowers here at the Sioux Empire Fair, and everyone was waiting for one headlight and then getting the hell out. Like, and you could tell Jacob Dylan was just like, I don't want to be in Sioux Falls right now. Like,
That's what someone said about Brendan Urie from when Panic at the Disco came. Like,
When they did Hugh Sets.
Yeah.
oh, Badlands Speed at the time, Badlands Speedway. Yeah, that was still a fun show, even though he supposedly didn't want to be there. He still did a pretty decent job. Like, I was like, and Weezer just stood there. Like,
really?
Not jumping around.
no,
Yeah,
Weezer I think always does that every show. They just stand there and don't move.
Do
But
people in the crowd move though? At least, or
Yeah, they were pretty stoked
I
about
heard
it.
it was like really hot that show.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, my mom went with us to the show because she's a huge both Weezer and Panic fan,
nice.
and she passed out at the show.
Oh, no.
And she went to go sit at the bleachers because she's like, I don't like to stand. You go stand. It's fine. And I didn't know about it. She texted me when she got to the hospital saying, "Hey, I'm at the hospital now. Don't worry, I'm fine.
gosh.
Just find a ride and we'll figure it out."
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, it was that hot. It was like 120.
Yeah, I remember.
wow.
Yeah, we had
Middle of July. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, well, it was like at least Weezer was just kind of standing there. So it was just like, and the only thing Rivers was saying between songs was, South Dakota, we in it.
Really?
Like, not even we are in it. He's like trying to be a rapper, like, we in this. I'm like, yeah, we in this bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a weird show. Setlist was good, but it was like, and I hate Beverly Hills, but he wore a sombrero while he was playing it, so it made it worth it.
Oh yeah.
He was just like, look at all those movie style. It was great.
Yeah.
Rivers.
I'm not a big fan of that song either.
Yeah.
Oops.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Next question. I think we've
Yeah.
dived into that one.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty well. Which song should be South Dakota's anthem? Talk about it.
We have a state song, so I don't know.
Like another one.
Oh,
The other one.
Oh, it's your no.
But majority rules, so.
Yeah. Red Solo Cup.
I feel like that's just been suggested before, like
Yeah.
officially.
Because that's what we do in Sioux Falls sometimes. Like, that's why. At least it's grown as a community, like the last 4 or 5 years. But before that, the only thing to do in Sioux Falls was to just drink.
There's a little ditty from a musical you might be familiar with it called Avenue Q.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you've heard of that?
Yeah, the puppets.
Yeah, everyone's a little bit racist. It's true.
These are all.
speaking
These
of
are songs about
racist,
bad things. And just. That's for okay.
Like positive ones.
I've got a positive.
Yeah.
Me too.
The official song of the state of South Dakota is "Hail South Dakota," and when I first saw it, my brain read it as "Heil South Dakota." I'm like, God.
Oh geez.
The weather. Hail.
Hail.
Boom.
There's this guy in Custer State Park who his name's Cowboy Keith, and he drives a chuck wagon like every night, and then plays guitar and sings to people and brings them to their supper out in the mountains in this valley. We've done it a couple times, but he's got a couple CDs, a couple albums, and there's some really good songs on there that
That's
I think
so
could
wholesome.
be.
I was going to
Yes.
say the exact same thing.
Really?
I kid
Okay.
you not. Yeah.
And I think
He's like true gritty, like Americana, like
And
just singer,
South Dakota.
South Dakota
Yeah.
musician.
so Cowboy Keith, giving him a shout out.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has my favorite song. He has a song about Scotty Phillip, and that's where the town Phillip is named after. And that's the guy that saved the buffalo because they were
Extinction.
from Extinction.
Yeah.
And he's from South Dakota, and so
Yep.
it's I don't know, just really wholesome. You know, in that show, this is kind of who we are type of stuff. So,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
super cool.
Yeah.
Trying to go if there's a contemporary song like nationwide that would fit.
I don't know, but Matt on our comment section says 99 bottles of beer. Oh, CD.
And Matt's from Sioux City, Iowa, and I think their theme is "We built Sioux City on rock and roll."
Sioux City.
We're building Sioux City.
There is actually a video of like the whole city, like
Yeah.
like they edited the whole song together. Like, we built Sioux City.
That's funny.
That's good.
Hi, Matt.
That's for you.
It's just an ode to the Sioux City construction, but it's just that bit from goes on and on and on and on. It just loops that over.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm trying to think of
Oh, man.
songs about kicking ass or something.
Awesome.
Taking names.
Well, since a South Dakota landmark figures prominently in Team America World Police, I feel like that America Fuck Yeah song where they're flying out of
That's a
Mount
good
Rushmore
one. That's
should be our
fine.
that should be our state song.
I was at
Yeah.
Tommy Jack's last week, and me and Andy Swan decided to mess with the jukebox a little bit, and so we played America Fuck Yeah, and then like 3 or 4 songs from Walk Hard.
Oh, I love
Yes.
that. That's the best movie of all time.
Yeah.
That is
And we people started walking out during. I'm sorry, Tommy Jackson.
I'll be sorry.
I'm gonna give a shout out to the greatest Johnny Cash song, "Look at Them Beans."
It's a real song.
It's a real song. This is a callback to one of our earlier episodes, but we discovered that there's a Johnny Cash song where it's just kind of him like mumbling about a family and their crops, and then just partway through, Johnny Cash yells out, "Look at them beans!"
Oh God, yes. Look at them beans. I can't believe I haven't put that on the soundboard yet.
No, they say.
Please do.
There's a
Next
soundboard?
episode.
I know.
Oh, nice.
I feel like we don't use the soundboard enough. That's an underused gimmick.
Do you have an air horn? Can you shoot off a couple air horns right
He does have Howard Dean though.
I have all the best sounds of 2 decades ago.
now?
We're going to Oregon. We're going to.
Nice. Yeah, just fire those off whenever you want.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here is South Dakota's anthem.
Oh, that's definitely Bjork.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. Sweden.
Iceland.
Yeah, I can't even. That one's hard to think of. Like, what would be any besides.
I recently found out that South Dakota state beverage is milk.
Oh,
Nice. I thought it was beer.
No.
Drunk driving.
Milk Stout. Milk Stout is the state beer.
Fermented milk.
So we are the champions. How about that? That's a positive. Something we will rock. Something just anything off the Jock Jams soundtracks.
It's mean, but I was gonna throw out another brick in the wall.
Damn, dude.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
I'm sticking with America Fuck Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's mine.
that's good.
There we go. That's
Shoot your next.
Yeah, let's move on before I keep bashing the state. Favorite documentary you've ever seen?
Talk about it. Yeah.
Good. That passes.
All right.
I think we should start. Are you probably thinking of what I'm thinking?
You say yours first. 'Cause
Okay, Mommy Dead and Dearest is the most insane story I've ever heard. It's on HBO, right?
Yeah.
It's of this. I don't want to give too much away, but it's of this this young woman killing her mother. And there's a lot of twists and turns, and it's
so fascinating.
It's very true to the saying that that truth is stranger than fiction.
Which is weird because most matricides are very straightforward affairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's just,
I agree.
They just want to kill their mom.
Yeah.
Also, we went on a binge of watching a bunch of HBO documentaries.
Oh, that's
But
dangerous.
It is. There's a documentary called Tickled, which is so good. It's about the competitive tickling scene.
The fuck?
No, I'm serious. It is so fascinating. It is so fascinating. This man, he wants to do a small story about it, and he emails them like, "Oh, what are you about?" And they're like, "Hey, don't worry about it," and stuff. And so that makes him want to investigate it more, and it is insane. Like the loophole he goes down, there's like, drugs, murder, sex, like all this crazy stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, like you should maybe not the first 3. No, I don't know. It's really
If you're in a weird mindset, watch Tickle.
Well, no, it's funny and it's intriguing and it's a really good documentary.
Oh.
So.
I have a couple. Well, I really like Louis Theroux. Have you guys heard of Louis Theroux? Anyone?
Heard of him.
Oh well, he did a he did some stuff with like the Westboro Baptist Church. That's pretty. He just makes them look like morons. So and he did one with he hung out with Tom Grant, who's like a super duper white supremacist, and he just like stayed with him for like a week, and he just sort of just sort of like monitored like what he did at like rallies and stuff like that, full of like white racist people, and and then Soaked in Bleach with the the one about Kurt Cobain.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you guys should. I can't remember the name of the white supremacist one, but there's this one scene where he was like talking about how he's like better looking than Denzel Washington.
Oh, you showed me that.
Yeah, you showed us that one. He was like, you honestly.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And the one in the Westboro Baptist Church one is like, so you think I'm going to hell? And he's like, yeah, Louis, you're going to hell. And he's just like, that one's pretty good.
Yeah. I have to say, the documentary about the punk band Death from the 70s. What happened with them was they recorded like 7 demos in a studio, and they were on the brink of getting a Capitol Records deal, but the record company they said you got to change your band name to something else because Death is not marketable. And it was it was an all black trio, all black guys from Detroit, Michigan were in this punk band before punk was even a thing, before the Ramones, Sex Pistols, everything. Like 74 is when this happened. So yeah.
Wait,
and so the guitarist said, "No, we're not changing our band name. Like, he has a faithful, like, in his heart, he felt it has to be Death. Like, it's not like." And then they're like, "Fine, cool. I guess you're not getting a record deal." So the 7 demos they recorded were in his attic for 30 years, and Drag City Records, which has Ty Segall and everything like that.
Wow.
There was like a 45. They pressed like 2 of the songs that they recorded on a 45, which was circulating on the internet in the late thousands on like blog sites and everything, and people are like, is there more material of this? Like, is there more of this? And so Drag City was like trying to like the guitarist that hid those demos in his attic, he passed away like 15-20 years ago.
Shoot.
But the remaining members were like, yeah, we have them if you want to press them. And so they put the album on vinyl, and it blew up like 10 years ago. And the whole documentary is about how they reunited, got a new guitarist, and they've been touring and stuff like that. And
sick.
It's such an inspiring documentary. It's like, no matter like 40 years from now, you'll still make it. Like, kind of like, cool. It's a really cool documentary, and it's super fascinating. I was like, yeah. And the songs are so catchy. Like, it's just, like, they're technically the first punk band if you look at it from a record standpoint. Yeah.
Sick.
They preceded the Ramones and like all that. So it's like,
nice.
Because the guitarist said he wants to be a balance of, he wants the rock star quality of Pete Townsend, but the virtuoso of Jimi Hendrix. He wanted to mix that, and he said that's the ideal guitar player.
Nice.
I'm like, that is actually like a good, valid point.
It was fast.
Yeah. And the songs are great. Look up the songs too.
Yeah,
They're
I'll
just
check
so
them out.
good. Yeah. Ryan, what about you? Documentary?
I don't really watch them. And maybe it's for this reason, but
that's a documentary.
Yeah.
No, the last documentary I watched was a good few years ago, and a friend kind of forced me into watching it. But it was about a person named Christian Weston Chandler, who yes, what?
You know this one?
Yeah, he's the Sonichu dude.
Yes. Yeah. One of my friends made me sit through that entire thing, and I was like, "Can we please do something else with our time?" And he's like, "No, we have to watch this. It's important." And I was like, "Okay, yeah."
I just learned about him this week.
Yeah, same here.
Great.
Yeah, we were.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
What's this about?
It's about
It's a
this.
sad story.
Tragic, right?
It is tragic. It's about this young man person with some sort of developmental issues, but he had this fascination with Sonic the Hedgehog, which developed into like a combination of Sonic and Pikachu, and drew a lot of
that guy.
Yeah, and then it turns into this really super dark story, and you just feel awful about what he went through as a person, how people treated him, and it's just a very bizarre story. But I think for that reason, I don't watch documentaries or let my friends recommend them.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Understandable.
I tend to just watch documentaries about music or artists that I admire. That's my...
Speaking of music documentaries, the 8 Days a Week, the one that's on Hulu, directed by Ron...
Beatles?
Yeah, about the Beatles, directed by Ron Howard. That one was
one.
Amazing. I love that documentary.
The Tom Petty one is great, too. It's 4 hours, but it's so worth it. Just like every detail of Tom Petty's The Heartbreakers career is just...
I think if I am going to watch one in the future, I think it's going to be Peter Jackson's They Will Not Grow Old. The World War One.
Yes.
The World War One.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because that looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Peter Jackson's the man.
Yeah. Robert, what about you?
I consume a shit ton of documentaries, and it's way too hard for me to pick one.
If you had to.
So what I'm gonna do is just recommend the YouTube channel Extra Credits and their Extra History course, where they do history videos. Those are fucking amazing. They're just the right amount of like comedy, and then like the little cartoon that plays is like funny, but still on point and very, very in-depth research and stuff, but still entertaining because of the way they present it. And it's like the perfect balance. There's other YouTube channels that do it very well, but Extra Credit, I think, does the best job with history.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Very cool. Next question.
Yeah.
Oh, you read the last one? Okay. Tom DeLonge or Matt Skiba?
Skip.
Yeah, I was like doubting putting that one in the pile.
Trust your gut, Zach.
Who's Matt Skiba?
From Alkaline Trio, he replaced Tom DeLonge in Blink. I like them both, but Matt belongs in Alkaline. Next topic.
What inspires you to listen to a new album? Reviews, word of mouth, etc.
I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Combination of everything. Needle drop helps sometimes out of curiosity. Yeah. I think it's funny. Just sometimes I'm like, why do you review all these shitty mumble rap albums? It's like these are all garbage, and yet you ignore solid rock albums. Like
he talks smack about like Dance Gavin Dance, and
yet he'll review 6ix9ine.
And like he this Swans record is like a 10 out of 10, and I just listen to it. It's like, this is a bunch of just noise.
Yeah, Swans is 2 hours
fucking
of just
stupid.
Yeah.
Oh man, and I mean, I don't always agree with him, but
yeah,
you know,
a lot of the. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, someone once asked me how do I find music, like the music I listen to, and honestly, like I have like a go-to. Like just labels that I like what they put out.
Yeah.
So if they're pushing something, I'll listen to it.
Like Polyvinyl is one of my favorites. Just like they have such great bands on their label. Yeah.
Psychic Twin.
Beach Slang.
And then Shy Boys too.
Generationals.
Yeah.
Always and
Always is great.
Always is so good.
White Reaper. That's
White Reaper's. Oh, White Reaper's so
name
good.
them all.
Yeah. Grand Jury's pretty good. You know, they got like
awesome.
Twin Peaks and like Hippocampus.
Epitaph's half and half for me. Sometimes they'll have solid artists.
They're like mixing it up. Like they were like majorly just like a metal label, but now they have like
for 20 years they were primarily punk rock, and then they kind of branched out into different things. But yeah,
I just find music like I use Shazam a lot. Like if I'm at a bar and I like hear a song like, you know, John Cusack. I also, I love Spotify, and I, like the Discover Weekly helps a lot too. And, like when I watch like a movie, and if I like, that's how I discovered Bronco, which is like my favorite band right now for like the past 3 years, but whatever. I saw the Vacation remake.
With Ed Helms.
Yeah, and I was like, this is not very good. But then I heard Class Historian, and I was like,
worth it watching it through.
Oh yeah, and I listened to that album like
every day.
Yeah, but I don't really look like if I find like a song, okay, this is a really good song. Like if it's like a single, like it's a good single, like then I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out the rest of the album.
Yeah. I did put Bronco on my albums of
Bronco?
Spotify. Bronco, my bad.
No, you're good.
Of albums to listen to this year. For sure.
The new one's pretty amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of get a mixture. Like Dan from Total Drag always has albums like he'll be like, oh, I know you like this genre, this type of music. How about this album? And he'll play it for me. I'm like, sold. I'll buy the record right now. Like that's kind of how I operate a lot of the time. And I used to go to absolutepunk.net and look up a lot of that. So now it's chorus.fm, but they recommend a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh man, that's actually good. I dig that kind of stuff. So it's very rare now seeing bands on talk shows that I'm like, oh, you sold me, because now it's just like mumble rap or bands that I've known for years.
I do like me some mumble rap though.
Just couldn't get into it. I guess
the beats
fun
are
for what
pretty
it is.
sick though.
Do you not like it because you can't hear the words, or what?
Yeah, I'm a lyric guy, so that's kind of how I.
So do you like shoegaze music at all?
I like shoegaze. Yeah.
Well, you can't hear those words.
I know, but it's a different style. It's full band.
Okay.
That's why I like that.
I just usually pull up Genius lyrics every time I listen to shoegaze, just so I can.
Yeah. I did see a cool shoegaze band like 2 years ago called Cloakroom. They're from Minneapolis. Like they walked on stage and were spraying, or like using sage and stuff on stage, and that was kind of cool to watch. That was a
Sage on stage would be kind of cool, man.
Sage on stage, yeah. But yeah, I think that word of mouth, like if people keep telling me this album is good, like
for sure.
Opening bands occasionally too, that helps.
Yeah,
for sure.
Pitchfork, I don't. Trust.
Yeah, Pitchfork hates everything, so it's like. Although the Greta Van Fleet album review was definitely fun to read.
That was the most entertaining thing I've ever.
Wait, did they shit on them or?
Oh yeah, they gave it a 0.2 out of 10.
So hard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I just feel like everyone compares them to like Led Zeppelin, and
they do sound a lot like Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And well, actually, the Crow.
Works for 'em,
I was in passing. The Crow was playing Greta. I'm like, oh, are they playing a deep Zeppelin cut? Oh, no.
That's always the game when I'm listening to the Crows. Like, is this Zeppelin or Greta?
Yeah.
I remember they shat on Alt J when An Awesome Wave came out, and
Greta?
No, Pitchfork.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's in the name.
Greta has an album review channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like reading Pitchforks. It's always unless it's like an album. This couldn't
They
be.
love Beach House though.
Yeah.
They have nothing but great things to say about Beach House.
I don't trust Rolling Stone anymore because they just worship U2 and Springsteen, and that's about it at this point.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at like an average of their albums, they give them like 4 stars or whatever. I feel like that's such a safe thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. Either
they give it to 4 stars to albums that people are not going to remember 5 years from now.
Exactly, because there is. I mean, this is a good discussion. Like, how quickly can you review an album?
Yeah.
Do you listen to it 5 times or 500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do feel like trends. I don't want to go on a tangent, but like trends change really quickly in music.
Yeah.
So.
See, I've always thought about doing like an album review channel because I always thought it'd be kind of fun.
That'd be cool.
But there's always like a level of bias there. It's like, how is that going to affect your rating system?
Yeah.
Well, that could be your thing. This is what I think is good and what I think is not good.
Because the ones I like cover a variety of different genres instead of just one.
Sure. I would watch that.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. I have to get a good camera.
Add it to the list of things that are on your ever-growing list of things.
Yeah. Just review albums from like 82 that everyone's like, why are you reviewing Soft Cell?
Please, yes. Yes.
I only listen to Tainted Love, 5 stars.
No, seriously, that'd be great. Like a not serious, like take this stuff and it's just like.
I thought about a deadpan
this
album
is gonna
review
be
channel. Like, yeah, I only listened to the one track. It's a really good album. 5 stars.
Dude, you can make a character out of that.
Yeah.
Seriously. That'd be an awesome project for you.
It'd be fun. But yeah, have we all covered how we... Alright, next one. Yeah. Did you do the last one or did I do it? I don't remember. Or did you ask the last one? No, I didn't. Oh, it's my turn.
I was just shuffling for you.
Pre-shuffled.
Pre-shuffle.
Oh, this is an appropriate follow-up. How much do lyrics matter to you? What's your opinion on lyrics in current pop music? I'll talk about it.
Super important. Most important thing to me.
Yeah, for me too.
That is my problem with modern pop music is that it's so vague and it's trying to appeal to so many people that it doesn't appeal to anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it
really depends on the artist for me, but a lot of them it's just so simple and I think they're trying to get away from the simple dance pop jams that they were doing for so long, for like 10 years, the last few years now.
The algorithmically determined, like, this will get people's butts moving in chairs, so...
Yeah, it worked for like a couple artists, then everyone just, like, it worked for Gaga, and then everyone just started, like...
Yeah.
It's math.
Yeah.
Yes and no, like, I love I really pay attention to like the vibe too, and just like I love like when I listen to rap, I'm a sucker for a good beat, you know.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, oh, you should check out ID and Abilities. Their lyrics are awesome. Well, they're so good lyrically, and it's like their beats are just so weird.
Yeah.
It's but you know, you listen to like I listen to like Travis Scott, where you know he's just talking about the same shit like every other rapper.
Yeah.
But like, just an amazing beat, like Goosebumps, the beat. The beat. But like it really just depends. Like I really like the one album lyrically I really love is the Suck It and See album by Arctic Monkeys. Yeah. That is just he
Lee Burns.
Volbeat has no idea what the lyrics to their own songs mean. The band Volbeat.
I love that.
Well, same with like Nirvana though. Like, like Kurt Cobain has literally said, "Is like I think people like try to put a little too much meaning into my lyrics. Like I just kind of like write lyrics. Like I just kind of like get it over with sometimes because I'm like really lazy."
If you actually look at a lot of In Utero songs, especially, it's like. He just kind of came up with a phrase and just ran with it and just let it go.
Have you guys heard the song Mexican Seafood?
Yeah, off of Incest.
Yeah. Oh man, he talks about like vomiting, cum, and diarrhea, like oatmeal pizza. Anyway,
I think there's always
for like a Ginsberg kind of thing there, or
I don't know, but. I don't know why I just brought that up, just because it had
We're
to
live,
be
man.
Yeah. I'm out here.
I think lyrics, I'm kind of taking your answer too. It
Yeah.
can be important or it doesn't matter. Because I think a great song can't be great. Like amazing lyrics can make a good song great. I guess everyone knows that or whatever. But there are songs that have the wordless chorus or where it's barely any singing or repeating the same thing, and I still think it can be an amazing song.
I guess Seven Nation Army is a good example of that. There's no lyric, or I don't think there's even a chorus. Just the riff is the chorus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that type of stuff.
Well,
or like ooh in and I.
I like subtle lyrics too, like just one line, through the entire song, like Astoria by Starfucker. I want a simple life, like,
and that's perfect for that song.
Perfect, yeah.
Just singing the same line over.
There is the band Daughters, their new album. There's a song, the City song, where it's basically just him going, "The city is an empty glass," over and over again, just building up the tension. So that's another case where I guess the lyrics and the music combined, the simplicity just builds up to some stuff, and just bam, like dynamics and all that. Yeah. I guess it really depends on the execution too, but next one. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, did Drew answer?
Oh, I mean, the same as you guys.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Like lyrics are pretty secondary to me.
No.
So.
No.
For Thor, Brandon, could you explain the jucket?
I love how it starts with "bring that thing closer to the camera for a moment." And is it a jar? Late to the party here.
It's a jar full of our topics that we read off for the show.
It's a jar, okay?
It's the source of our discussion.
It's a purse.
It is both a jar and a bucket. We have chosen to call it the jucket.
Satchel Jucket. SJ.
Favorite greatest hits or best of albums?
I'll tell you about
Quickly.
Yes.
I'll say,
Journey for me. Like, it's a guilty pleasure with Journey's. Like, they were a singles band, and it was just kind of a...
I'm gonna have to go with the Everly Brothers.
Oh, nice.
Or the Beach Boys. But the Everly Brothers, yeah.
I usually think greatest hits, like listen to the album rather than the greatest hits or whatever.
Yeah.
But two of them that I think are good are ABBA's Gold or Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark's greatest hits. They had so many albums, but I really think half of the albums are like shitty. But their greatest hits, it's like that's all I need, and I don't care if that's lame or not. But
Orchestral had a couple U.S. hits, but were they bigger in like the U.K. or was it kind of a?
I don't even really know. I just heard them maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I don't know. I don't even really. I've never talked about them or anything. So
for me, Queen is one of those bands that they were really a singles band. Everything else in the album was pretty filler-ish, but when those hits like landed, those were like the best. And when you listen to everything else on the albums, you're like, it's all right. When you compare it to like the hits, I'm like, damn, they wrote this too.
I feel that way with Billy Joel.
Yeah,
Really, you'll have to sift through a lot. But I mean, once you put the hits together, you can really see that arc of his writing and how that progressed, and the fact that River of Dreams came out in '94. What?
Yeah,
Like
crazy.
The fact that his career spanned that much.
One band that I really love that doesn't have a greatest hits or best of is Guided by Voices, but they've been around for about 40 years, and they have the singer is like 60 something, and they didn't blow up till he was like 38, and so they have about 40 years worth of music. He releases like 2 albums per year. He's a most prolific songwriter you could possibly think of. He has over 100 albums to his name. Jeez. 30 that are Guided by Voices. Or no, 35, something like that, and then 30 solo albums, and then he has side projects that are just him, but he calls them different names.
Yeah, I love them.
And it's just like cool. And a lot of it's not great, but I made like a 60-song playlist on my Spotify, iTunes that I'm like, these are the jam that I'll listen to consistently, and like I picked those, and I would read them off. I'm like, oh yeah, this one's great, this one's great. A lot of those songs you'd be like, oh shit, I heard that in... Like, one of them was in How I Met Your Mother, like, they used one of those songs, like, it was, yeah, great stuff. But it's like, yeah, that's my own personal best of mix for that one.
Going more contemporary, there's a lot of people that make, like, mixtapes of Alex G, like, his material, which is kind of cool, because he has a lot of, like, fake albums where there's just, like, noise playing, and people kind of sift through that and put it together, so I think that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Like, there's this one YouTube video that I, like, listen to, like, maybe once a month, and it's, like, an hour long of all his songs.
That's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Think about other best ofs that I've liked that a lot of times I like the greatest hits or best ofs before I get into the artist's work, the rest of the work, and then after that I kind of don't listen to the greatest hits, but it's mainly Queen is the one I still listen to a lot, the greatest hits.
Gold, that's a good answer.
Gold is good.
Yeah, that's...
A lot of 70s and 80s groups. Chicago.
I was listening to Chicago right here. Greatest hits.
Yeah. Chicago or Earth, Wind, and Fire, that kind of stuff. Like
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, for sure.
I've had my car for months.
I will still listen to Rumors front to back, though. That's great.
When you just need a good cry, just...
Yeah. Oh, Tom Petty's greatest hits. Fuck, yeah. Like... Yeah. America, Tom Petty.
All right, moving on.
All right. What about you guys? Anyway?
Oh yeah, just the Everly Brothers.
Yeah. See, that's a good answer too, because they just shot out so much stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of times albums weren't a thing back then. It was singles.
Yeah.
Like Sam and Dave, great soul artists, like that kind of
they
stuff.
Just and like the Everly Brothers, they just had so many good love songs. Like, yeah.
Oh, Sam Cooke's greatest. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
Sam Cooke. Otis Redding, all that stuff. Great.
Otis Redding.
Yeah. All those soul artists just had singles and they didn't have albums. That was great to. Yeah. Robert, what about you?
Yeah.
Did we say yours? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't listen to music.
Yeah,
oh, right.
Music
Signatures. My bad. Okay. City you've traveled to that ended up being disappointing to
Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta use my thumb before I... Okay.
That's tough.
Why Des Moines?
Oh, it just sucks. I just hate Iowa. I might... Okay, I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me, so I won't say too much about Iowa, but I'd like the majority of the time I'd prefer not to be in Iowa. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's why you don't live there.
Yeah.
There should seriously be a meme photo of you and then a meme catch. And the majority of the time, I'd rather not be in Iowa.
I'd rather not be in Iowa.
Make it internet.
Like 97% of the time. Like...
The last one we thought about making was with Corey Church. I haven't had water in 10 years.
That's a good line.
Oh, gosh. Lincoln, Nebraska. I
Really?
I need to have a redeeming experience for Lincoln, Nebraska. Because last time I was there was for ACTF, and it was I swear it was the coldest weekend I've ever experienced.
Oh, sure.
It was
What
so
year
cold.
was that?
2013? I think it was 2013 when we went last
No,
night.
it was 2014 was when I went, because
Yeah.
I didn't go to ACTF that first year that I could.
Okay.
So yeah, went down there.
2014, yeah.
It was 2014. I was sick, It was just ungodly cold down there, and I just had a miserable week. It was super stressful, and I needed to have a redeeming experience.
It's the capital, but it's pretty much just like a big college town, isn't it?
Yeah.
The bright side about that week is that was the first time I ever did stand up. That was the fun.
That was the highlight.
Fun.
That's cool.
Highlight for me.
It's in Sioux Falls this year.
Yeah.
At the pavilion. I'm going to be working on.
Yeah. Is that mid-January?
Third week in January.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hectic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of places I've been to. I'm like, been to
I was in Rome once.
Rome, right? It's like whatever. Yeah, Pope.
You didn't like Rome?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Rome, where you
I was like, fuck you.
That was douchey of me to say that.
That's pretty cool.
I've been to Huron. Don't really like Huron. Yeah. I'll go on the record to say that.
The fact that you had expectations going into Huron that could be disappointing.
I like the giant pheasant they've got there.
I had fun going to Wall Drug, but in a way that's like sarcastic.
No,
fun.
I can get that. When we'd go out there, we'd stop, and I used to kind of like,
And
I
then
feel like
you
I'm
didn't
kind
like it, and then I kind of am turning around.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
There's so much like charm.
There's weird fable to I don't know, but I do understand if you think it's like this big it's like
it's just
if you have your expectations high,
it's a tourist trap thing.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, but when you're a little kid, it's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. They've got dinosaurs and donuts, like 50-cent donuts, or a nickel or something.
So like
I don't know. Yeah.
Free coffee for Korean war vets. That's what my grandpa always had to stop there.
I can't remember the city in Tennessee, but I went to Destination Imagination 7 years ago, which is a creative problem-solving thing that you do for nationals in high school. We did it. It was fun, but it was just mosquitoes everywhere.
Yeah.
You're just eating your flesh up.
Indianapolis,
That sounds
Indiana
unpleasant.
was pretty shitty.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, I was there for a speech tournament in high school. Well, oral and Turk, but
Yeah.
It was a shitty city.
They have that on
Like, why can't I be in Chicago? That's a great city. I love Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago was great. I remember we were parking to go to Riot Fest, and these guys were upset that we were parking in front of their spot where they sell pot. We're like, sir, if we back up a couple inches, like, yeah, you're good.
That's like the time in Mexico they were so mad at me because I was buying souvenirs from their shop that was very clearly a front for selling weed.
Like, get out of here. You don't actually have to buy this.
They're like, well, everyone in Mexico, I don't know if they think fat guys really like weed, but everyone in fucking Mexico, my first time there, was like, hey, we got what you want, buddy. And my friend's like, oh, you mean? It's like, no, you're big friend. We got what you want, yeah. And so we're on Isla Mujeres, and I'm such a nerd, I want one of those stone chessboards that everybody from Mexico has to come bring back. And I'm like, I'd like to look at the chessboard. He's like, really? That's what you don't want anything else? And while we're having this conversation, he's like, fine, fuck it. And he just seems like upset that he's having to like pack up his prop and sell it. It's like, whatever. And while he's ringing me up, a guy in like a dirty white shirt comes running and he's like, Manuel. And he's like, throws him like a wad of pesos, and he opens up the drawer beneath the cash register. It is a gigantic bag of weed. And there's a bunch of little baggies off the side. He throws like a bunch of them, and the other guy catches them, runs back out the door.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
I'm just, but he's just like, he was just so pissed off and disappointed that I was like, no, I actually want to buy one of the souvenirs from your front.
Right.
Shout out to Robbie and Lee with the double whammy on Iowa. But seriously,
fuck Iowa.
Seriously, who actually wants to be in Iowa? I bet every person living in Iowa wakes up one day and says, what did I do with my life to end up here?
You know what's the best part about Des Moines? It's like
Leaving?
5 hours away from Chicago. That's it.
5 hours away from Chicago.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to say, it's 5 hours away.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Do you remember the South Park, like, from back in the 90s when they were like, they find a caveman frozen and they're like, oh, he's frozen and he's from 5 years ago, so he doesn't understand our ways and our language and stuff like that. And the solution is that they said, we found a place, a sanctuary for him, where everything is like it was 5 years ago. We're sending him to Iowa. They can understand you, Thag. My name is Peter. Yes, we'll take you to Iowa.
Yeah. Fuck Iowa.
Next question,
funny.
I think.
Sorry.
We can never play in Iowa.
Yeah.
No.
In Iowa, but
I do have a "Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa" shirt from an ex, and the only reason I've kept it is because my headcanon now is that it's sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's like, "Is this heaven?" Ah, no, it's Iowa.
No.
they probably talk shit about South Dakota.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
just mad.
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah. So you know what?
I heard the joke about like North Dakota blows and Iowa sucks. Like, why is it so windy in South Dakota? I heard about that joke. Like,
I've heard that, but with Nebraska.
Yeah.
oh, no,
Because Iowa's not relevant enough to talk about.
yeah. I have friends that say North Dakota does not exist. Like, I'll try and bring it up. You're like, no.
Hey, you,
Did you know that
you
Wiz
could be New
Khalifa was
Mexico
born
this
in
week.
North Dakota?
What's
You,
that?
you could be New Mexico this week, where that couple got married in D.C. and they had to argue with the clerks for like 2 hours that New Mexico was part of the United States. They were like, "You speak."
wow.
They told the guy, "You speak English so well," and they had his driver's license. Like, we need a passport in order to perform a marriage for a foreign national. And he like was like, "Please get your supervisor." Supervisor's just like, "Yeah, we need a foreign passport for someone from New Mexico."
Oh my gosh.
And so it was like 4 hours before they finally like basically Googled it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Wiz Khalifa is from
Yeah,
North Dakota.
it's from fucking North Dakota. I've never been there, but I hear Fargo is pretty cool.
Fargo's cool.
Yeah, from a couple people.
Yeah, performed at a brewery there. It's really fun.
Oh, nice.
Good time. They actually they have people show up to comedy shows in Fargo. Like, it's dope.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a good time.
Didn't Wes say that like Fargo's like cooler than like?
He said their downtown's cooler than Sioux Falls.
I don't know,
Shots fired.
because it's in North Dakota.
I think it's because the campus is
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
downtown and
They have
it's
a-
kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like,
they have a
Yeah.
giant arcade bar that I just went to last month. It's pretty fun. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I'll have to check that out.
Pretty cool. It's called Pixel.
I like that little alien, that place with all the alien stuff, because I'm like a sci-fi alien nut. Oh, what is that called? Like Little Aliens or something like
Tom
that?
DeLonge's Palace.
Yeah.
Aliens in the
Tom
attic.
DeLonge's House of Tacos.
I just love pizza and I love aliens. So I love them both. Next one.
Next one.
Next question.
Oh, this is fun.
What is the most bloated, overly long album you've ever heard?
God, stop. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird one.
Yeah.
That one's not my finest hour of question.
Bloated, overly long.
Reggae. Why or why not, but mainly, why not?
And that answers why I don't want to talk about
I
it.
think Dan from Total Drag asked this question, but why not? Way to go, Dan. He also had a question, why are you the way that you are?
Oh, if you could have a film made about your life, who would write, direct it, and who would play you? I
Really? I'm not a fan of that one.
I don't want to just talk about myself.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill, next one. All right.
The entire cast from Whitest Kids You Know. Yes.
They're all there walking.
We'll just switch it up.
Favorite summer albums?
I'll talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, okay, I see how it is.
I'll go with you, but we're still.
My favorite summer album? Shit. Well.
I'll
You go.
jump.
Drew jumps.
I love Discovery, LP by Discovery, which is Rostam's like solo project with the Rah Rah Riot guy. Every March I listen to it, and it's a great like awakening album. That and like Santa Gold's first album,
Oh, sure.
Super Sunny.
Trying to think of other sunny.
Wild Onion by Twin Peaks is a really
Oh, that's a
fun
good
summer
summer.
jam.
Yeah, for sure.
Best Coast. I mean, like all of Waves music,
Yeah.
Beach Boys, Pet
Yeah.
Sounds. Like,
Fiddlar's fun during the summer.
No,
Yeah, they are.
Fiddlar's cool.
It's every band from California.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm a pop punk guy, or at least growing up, so Yellow Card is pretty fun in the summer. Like Ocean Avenue is just July jam. Even though when I saw him at Warped Tour, I passed out because of the heat.
Jeez.
Oh,
Like, I'm missing Oceana. Like, damn it.
There's this band, and they're called the Upsetters, and they're from Jamaica, and I think they're technically reggae, but
Because they're Jamaican?
yeah. Well, no, just because the music is played, but it's from this like late 50s.
The prod
or 60s,
is sick.
and you can just.
Sorry.
It's so good. It's
Oh,
when
man.
I discovered it this summer, and it was like the best just summer
yeah.
music.
Oh, another good summer. I like listening to ska punk. That kind of stuff's fun to listen to in the
Yeah.
summer. Rancid, the Interrupters, really fun stuff.
Do you listen to No Doubt?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tragic Kingdom.
Oh, that's a great album.
Everything after that, just but Tragic Kingdom is
No,
great.
that album is so good. That's a really good album.
Mac DeMarco's always a good summer.
Oh, yeah.
Jam.
Mac DeMarco's good. Yeah. It's like a
And Bronco, obviously. I mean, I just listen to him every
year round. Just
I realized I listened to Random Access Memories a lot this summer.
oh
So
yeah,
that would be it.
yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, Dev. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
I used to I dived more into music when I was watching Fuse during the summer of 2005. It's a lot of bands from that
I
era.
relate to that a lot.
Yeah.
Like that summer, a lot of those artists I just immediately just trace back to summer of 2005. Like My Chem, like all that early stuff,
Thrice.
just Thrice and all that stuff, just immediately 2005.
Yeah.
Him, another band that
Oh, God.
Him does not get a lot of love.
I just know them from
Bam,
like,
Bam,
Bam,
yeah.
like MTV.
They were like the
too.
edgy band when we were young.
Yeah. Another Tommy Jack story. Tom Otteson, I played Wings of a Butterfly at Tommy Jack's, like their big hit in America at least. And I played it, and then Tom goes, "Who the fuck played that?" And then I raised my hand, he walks up to me, and goes,
Oh, funny.
I don't even.
him brings people together.
They had the song Vampire Heart. I was like,
Oh, yeah?
We get it.
yeah.
Love metal.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
And then if you watch interviews with him, which I have, because I have time, I have time on my hands, he like, it's like, what was the meaning of this song? I was just drinking and I wrote a song. And you're like, it's not-
Were you drinking blood?
yeah.
You dark motherfucker. You dark and edgy motherfucker. You.
Oh, The Strokes is a great summer band.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, The Strokes.
He loves the Strokes.
He loves
Yeah.
Strokes 24/7.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
They're my number one.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I only have like 10 to 15 more bucket list bands and they're on it, and it's just like they only do festivals on like the East Coast and that's it.
Or
Yeah.
Brazil.
Or out of
Argentina.
or different
Yeah.
countries, and it's just like, God, just do a tour of like America or something.
Oh yeah. If they, I mean, if they're like somewhat close, and by that I mean like if they're in like Oklahoma, I'd probably
Oklahoma
go
or
and see-
Chicago, I'd go.
I think yeah,
Yeah.
like that kind of circle.
Yeah.
That's so half the country.
Yeah, pretty much. If they're in the middle of the country,
Yeah.
I'll go. See
If they
them.
played Is This It and Room on Fire front to back, I'd be totally just content with life. Just
that'd be
like,
cool.
yeah. It'd be super cool. So I think I've covered everything else. Jack's Mannequin I like a lot. Like, it's very piano pop rock. I like piano pop rock in the summer.
There's something about, your car is finally warm. You hit that window button.
Yeah.
You turn up the music a little bit louder.
Yeah. Motion City soundtrack, I'm biased, but like, of course. But that's year round as well. We cover everyone for that one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Next one. Should we do like two more?
Do you know what my favorite summer album is?
What's that?
Our new album.
Oh!
We're
We're doing the shameless plugs at the end of the
Okay.
podcast, yeah.
Not before. No.
two of them.
This might be a gimme, but would you pay to do a meet and greet with your favorite artists?
No. Shit, I gotta.
Oh,
No.
no. I guess.
That's a good question.
I think it's a pretty
But-
good. It's half and half.
Is it a good question because the answer is an immediate no?
I
We
did.
could do rapid fire.
Rapid fire, so yes.
Okay.
I would just say no because why not just do it for free by just stalking them on the street?
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay.
I actually did a paid meet and greet 2 weeks ago, but it was cheap though, and you got a lot of extra. Like it wasn't just meeting them. You got a lot of stuff. You got a limited edition vinyl.
Who was it?
Justin from Motion City.
Oh, cool.
They're selling a limited vinyl with the meet and greet that only made 500 in France, and it was a bunch of rare exclusive stuff that no one else has. And the meet and greet was dope. It wasn't just meeting them and like, whatever, picture, get out of my face. It was talking to them and having discussion and hanging out for an hour.
Oral sex was involved. It was the best meet and greet ever because you totally came him out though.
Jeez.
Holy shit. I shouldn't have shared this on my personal.
I didn't have to pay to meet Victoria from Beach House, which was great.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think I'd pay money to meet someone just because, like, even all my idols, they're still human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking find them on the street.
Yeah. Exactly. We waited a couple hours after a Foxygen show.
A couple hours?
Okay, it was like an hour. Okay. Sorry. We waited
like 40 minutes.
We waited close to an hour.
No.
And we talked to him.
No.
We didn't. Yeah. So.
Hell yeah.
And for Joseph, he did a pretty cool thing. He played a song that they can never legally release off Columbia Records on his phone. That Motion City, because when Twilight came out 10 years ago, they were like, every indie band or emo band, send us your shit, and we'll consider it for the soundtrack. And they got rejected.
But they still own
But they still own that. Or Columbia Records still owns the song, so they can't release it because it was the time frame they were recording music on that label. And so Justin says, I can't release this song, but I can play it for you right now. So he played it for us.
That stuff.
Yeah, the legalities and all that.
Yeah, you don't own
stuff.
the thing that you wrote.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. And it's a solid song. It was like, it's a really good song, but I'm like, it's a shame you can't.
Why don't I would just release it? Like, what are they gonna do? Arrest me?
Yeah.
What's the
Like, release
$1 billion
it.
company gonna do? Sue me?
Yeah, but just fuck the police. Just release
our
it.
motto.
Yeah, release it. Just release it. And like, if they try to sue you, just be like, "Come on, man, we wrote this and we just really wanted to release it. Just come on, why do you gotta be stingy hogs now?"
Yeah, if they just released it for free, I wonder if they would throw a fit.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh.
If
we're not making money, we're just
releasing it for free, it's out there.
Yeah.
Or but I think they're past the point of getting permission from the label to release it, so it's kind of like it's been 10 years down the road, so I'm like,
some sort of statute of limitation.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but
Who just made that?
Robert just made it.
No, I didn't make this one.
Oh, someone else made it?
We had a user send this in.
That's amazing.
I made the other one that was up there earlier. This one's much better.
Oh my god. Well, I'm not allowed in Iowa, which is great.
A huge thank you to Matt
Matt Hadorf.
Hadorf. Yes.
Thank you, Matt, for me. Sioux City comic. Shout out
Man
to
on
you.
the spot.
The 70. Oh my god. That's amazing. Could you please send that to me?
I'll get
Oh,
it
yeah.
from Matt. I'll send it to you.
That'll be the episode poster, so it'll be a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep those coming. I have so many funny photos of you on my phone.
Not of me sleeping though, right?
No.
Okay.
At your mom's house where you were living.
Okay, the story's not gonna get better.
Oh man.
Photos of your mom sleeping.
No.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa,
Next
Lois, this
Whoa,
is not my
next
Batman
Whoa,
glass.
shots fired. Whoa.
Whoa, Zoe.
Whoa, jeez, Louise.
Can you drag that and just put it over Brandon?
Okay. Now drag it away. Oh, damn it, I looked into the wrong camera. Oh, that's funny. Oh, fuck me. Do it again.
The best part about this is anyone who just listens to this is not gonna understand what's going on.
Oh my
This is
God.
not translating to radio. But seriously, go to theSiouxEmpire.com and check out the meme. It's fucking hilarious.
Should we do one more topic and then call it good?
Yeah.
You should still visit Iowa if you really want to. Or if you just need to get to Chicago. Because you kind of have to. All right.
You're like 1 mile past the state line. Iowa State Trooper's like, you're in my state now, boy. This is Iowa. You don't even have that accent naturally. Sorry.
Sorry. If you were a record executive, this is fitting. What qualities do you look for in a lead single? Yeah. That one's too specific. I was like...
Ironically, what I would look for...
I was probably watching that Tom Petty documentary about legalities. Like, well, that's a good question.
Full circle. Which supergroups did you like, and what would you say is the greatest album by a supergroup?
I'd downgrade. Yeah. We gotta have one solid closing.
Solid closer.
Damn it. Every episode. How is emo still a thing but ska is not? Nah. We need a strong...
Is this a ska thing?
How do you feel about Greta Van Fleet?
What?
How do you feel about Greta Van Fleet?
We kind of already...
Yeah. Damn it. Every episode. How do you feel about bands or musicians collaborating with songwriters, specifically writers in the pop genre?
How do you feel about collaboration?
Just writing with other... Yeah.
Damn. We got this. It's okay.
Sorry, I'm difficult.
No.
Strangest compliment you've ever received from an audience member?
I'll talk about that. That one's cool.
I like that.
Sure. I've this one. This is before this band, which is too bad because I wish you were there. But we played a show, and this one girl said, "I really like your teeth." And then she said,
You got a pretty mouth.
No. Yeah.
She's deliverance.
She said, I really like your teeth. It looked better on my nightstand, though, or something like that. Like,
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna make you a lamp.
Yeah, so I think she was trying to, like, be flirty
Trying to
or
break the
something,
ice.
but I just thought
Really
She
bad.
probably got the wording wrong.
I
Just
thought she was
like,
gonna kill me, so...
Yeah, I'm a full-on rapist.
Yeah, the
You mean a philanthropist? Yeah, that.
I'm an analyst and a therapist, the world's very first analyst.
No, yeah, so
I almost got arrested for handing out those business cards.
the weirdest.
Someone said we sounded like Real Estate, but not as good. Which I'm fine with that because they're a great band. Wait, what was the question again?
Strangest compliment you've received
oh,
from
that's
an
not
audience
that
member.
strange.
Who
I
said
guess.
that?
Someone in Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did he have glasses?
I don't remember.
Oh.
So I've had a few that are a little...
I had one person say, my favorite thing was when you were drinking on stage. It looked like there was actually liquid in the cup, but there wasn't. Which, as an actor, I was like, "Oh, you noticed the little thing." Yeah. But also, that was the first thing I did. So, nothing else of the show mattered after that.
Yeah. So starstruck.
One of my friends said, "Hey, I had sex with my girlfriend to your album." I was like,
"Damn."
I think he said he does it all the time.
Yeah, he said he did it all the time.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Shout out to Bone Steel, South Dakota. You know who you are.
There have been a couple times where
The top bunk is always mine, by the way. No, actually, it's the bottom bunk. Fuck. It's the bottom bunk. But fuck you. You know who you are. Sorry.
There have been a couple times where, we've played a show and it's midnight and we're loading up, and then just, people just kind of follow you to your car.
Yeah.
And
like
just,
Iowa.
And the entire state of Iowa followed you to your car.
There's this one guy...
We're happy to talk to people, but it is kind of odd, because...
Well, just some people, I don't know, I feel like this one guy just wanted to rob us, though.
Yeah. We had just gotten paid, and then we came out, and then he was like, shit. So it's like, we're not the strongest.
Yeah.
So like,
but there's 3 of you, so you could have taken him, right?
We were like, do we just grab his drum hardware and start beating the shit out of him? No.
We love
talking.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best thing ever when someone's like, "Hey, I like your song." It's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a cool feeling.
For Disarmed, I've really gotten weird compliments on comedy. It's more Disarmed stuff that I got weird compliments for, like my drumming style. They say I look possessed, just because when I'm on stage with stand up, I'm just deadpan, just kind of chill, whatever. But when I'm just like this,
you're possessed with the magic power.
Right? It's like, Jesus, kid, got the devil in you or something like that.
The first time I saw you guys play, I was impressed with your drumming. So, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of those, I don't need a gym. I just need to drum every day.
Yeah,
and
that's your exercise. Yeah. For sure.
And then one that I didn't get, but our singer got, or Bobby and Doug were doing an acoustic show because I was unavailable, and then some guy walks up to them and goes, "You guys sound like Daughtry."
Oh no!
And I think it's just because Bobby looks like Chris Daughtry, and so it's just
oh no!
Oh. And I'm just like, have you heard us and Daughtry and put them side to side? Like,
now I just really want. I know Debbie will never go for this, but I really want Bobby to just shave everything, but like the really thin, like Daughtry.
Oh, the weird beard thing.
Yeah.
Pencil beard.
And it doesn't help that Bobby wears black T-shirts like Daughtry does. It's just like. It's that comparison.
So he meant, I think you look like him, not you sound like him. Maybe.
Probably it was maybe a mix of both, but like we
either way a weird compliment.
Yeah, we've never strived to sound like Daughtry.
I had this old lady come up to me after a show, and she wanted my autograph, and I was super flattered because that had never happened before. Cute. It was super cute, and then I realized that she was going around to all the cast members and getting. I was like, this feels less special now. Like this is just a thing that she does after every show, and it's like, oh, okay, I understand. I'm not.
It wasn't your day in the sun.
It was not.
It was not. That sweet old lady turned into an evil one.
There was a guy walked up to me during a comedy show and wanted me to sign his poster because, hey, you're the flu dude. Like, you sign this.
Funny.
The flu dude.
Do you get,
I see that everywhere.
Yeah,
it's been growing more each day. At least one or two people walk up to me. Like, customers that come in every day at Hy-Vee are now starting to put it together and, like, hold on. Like,
so I see the Immunity Award billboard, like, every day.
I didn't see it for the longest. I finally saw it last week. I'm like, how did I miss it?
It's on Western.
And then one time I was walking by the registers in the main store, and one of my friends who knows me goes, "Hey, flu guy," that's a joke. And then the family next to them goes, "That is him!" That was crazy.
I have people every once in a while say, "Hey, you're the guy from the podcast." I was like, "Yeah, that's me."
So lately, it's been more flu bug than anything. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is the first podcast of mine where I was walking around in some random store and I heard like two teenagers talking and they were like, "Oh man, did you see that Dresch code?" And they were like having like like it was staged for me, honest to God conversation about, "Oh, I love it. It's so funny. You forget it's like local, but then they say so then it's like local and you're like, whoa." And I'm just around the corner of the aisle just like, yes.
Let's hopefully they're listening, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out, we'll send you stuff. Shit, now everyone will shout out and say they were that.
It was me! I just thought of liar.
Shout out, we'll sell you a t-shirt for $10.
30,
I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?
30, but yeah.
Oh, 30.
Goddamn.
We have a store.
We do? Oh, I'm learning.
I don't know why we're... Yeah.
The pen is blue. Oh.
The pen is blue.
God.
I think better.
Anyways.
Royal blue.
Royal blue. Anyways, before we end the show, shameless plugs. So if you guys want to have things you'd like to promote.
We have a show at Icon Lounge December 22nd. We're opening for OK Parade.
Nice. Awesome.
And we're also playing with Hooks.
Cool.
Yeah, it's... I think they're selling tickets for $10. Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
All the music stores in town.
Yeah. So yeah, Total Drag.
Last I think Ernie's.
Yeah. $10. December 22nd. OK Parade. Hooks. And then, yeah, Tenenbaums. That's us.
We also released a mixtape of some songs we wrote the last couple years. It's on our Bandcamp. You can get it for the cheap price of $5. And yeah, we just released that like a couple weeks ago.
Sweet.
And then we got the show coming up. That's what's in our world.
Awesome. Ryan?
Yeah, so I'm not super involved with either of these organizations, but I figured I'd give them a plug for their events anyway. So Mighty Corson Arts Players, their Christmas show is going on starting this weekend, so 7th through the 9th. Which was the night before Christmas. Really fun Christmas show if you're feeling Christmassy already.
Absolutely.
And want some pretty cool fun theater. Otherwise, I know Full Circle Book Co-op has been doing a lot of cool events, and they've got a singer-songwriter showcase that I'm planning on going to this weekend. So
Jason and Sean, friends of the show, friends of the network.
Yeah, really awesome people, and we had the pleasure of working with them with Monstrous for our Reading Loving Arms. So just a couple things to be aware of happening this weekend.
Right.
Nice.
And my Blink tribute band is reuniting after a year off.
Nice.
We're doing 6 new Blink songs we haven't done before, and it's gonna be fun. It's unfortunately the same night that you guys are playing.
Oh,
so
no.
On the 22nd, so it's gonna be competition, but
Where's it at?
At Biggs.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's gonna be fun.
They have a
It's gonna
great
be
sound system at Biggs. They really do.
I always enjoy playing there. I'm friends with the sound people there. It's gonna be a fun time. We have to learn those still, but we're getting dusting the cobwebs off. And Disarmed is doing our first show back in like 6 months with our new band members. We Ben Gertner left about 4
Band members.
Yeah, we have 2. We have not yet announced, but we will.
Ooh.
In the next couple weeks. Who's in the band now? And still Bobby, Doug, and myself, but we added 2 new guitarists, so we're excited to make that announcement. It's on New Year's Eve.
We added like 5 drummers.
It's like Slipknot. But we all wear clown makeup now because we're tough.
Slipknot, more like Slipknot.
Slipknot.
What is Corey Taylor
From Iowa.
Yeah, I know. From Iowa. They have a song called Des Moines, right?
Yeah. Enough said.
No, The Devil Wears Prada has a song called Des Moines, and that song fucking rules.
The only good thing about it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's all. That's in my neck of the woods.
Yeah. Podcasts, Catch the Fever. SiouxEmpire.com. Be sure to check that out. If you like what we do here on the Dresch Code and all our other podcasts, be sure to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Sioux Falls. Yeah. That's all I got.
Perfect. Now you can listen to this episode and other previous episodes on any streaming service.
SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, you name it, we're on it.
Nice.
Awesome. And Brandon, Drew, Mike, thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely.
It means
Thanks
a lot.
for having us.
And you've been watching and listening to The Dresch Code.